The Nightingale. A long time ago, there lived in China a little nightingale who sang beautifully. Since the emperor and his royal courtiers lived in a palace, they did not know anything about the nightingale and its singing. The palace was surrounded by a green forest where the nightingale lived. This nightingale was declared as one of the great marvels of China by writers who wrote the history of China. One day, the Emperor of China happened to read one such history book. The Emperor exclaimed, "Oh! What is this?" "I have no knowledge about such a nightingale in my empire. Why has no one told me about it?" His courtiers said, "We have never heard of it." The emperor said, "It must be brought to my court this evening. If you are not able to do this, then the whole court will be punished." The courtiers, scared on hearing this royal command, quickly went to find the bird. They found a kitchen boy who had heard the nightingale singing. The kitchen boy took the courtiers to the nightingale. It agreed to go with them to the palace. The emperor was happy to hear the nightingale's song, and the courtiers heaved a sigh of relief. The emperor decided to keep it in his palace. He put the nightingale into a golden cage and appointed 12 servants to look after it. The nightingale sang every day, and everyone in China marveled at its beautiful voice. But the nightingale was unhappy. It did not like living in the cage and wanted to go back to the forest, free to live and sing as it chose. One day, the Emperor of China received a golden casket with a gem-studded work of art inside it as a gift from the Emperor of Japan. The Emperor was happy to see the gift. It was a clockwork toy nightingale which sang the same song again and again when wound up. Soon the whole court was busy playing with the toy bird, and the real nightingale quietly flew back to its home in the forest. It was only after a while that the courtiers found the real nightingale missing from the palace. After this, they placed the toy bird on a silk cushion beside the emperor's bed. The bird sang the same tune many times in a day. One day, a strange incident took place. Some problem arose in the toy bird and it stopped working. Everyone was summoned, including the royal physician, the royal watchmaker, and even the lord of the royal bedchamber. But none of them was able to diagnose the problem. When the toy bird stopped singing, the emperor took to his bed. He fell ill, and everybody feared that he might die soon. There was silence all around the palace, so that the emperor would not be disturbed. Soon the real nightingale came to know about the emperor's condition. One night, it came to the window of the emperor's room and sang the sweetest song it had ever sung. As soon as the emperor heard it, he got up from his bed. The next morning, the emperor was fit and happy. And everyone was surprised to see him so. The emperor asked the nightingale to sing according to its wish. The nightingale agreed and asked him to keep its nightly visits a secret. Shh! This the emperor gladly did.